Hello, hello. It's EvansEasyJapanese.com coming at you with e-adjectives. There's two kinds of adjectives? Yeah, there is. There are? Yeah, there are two kinds of adjectives. Yep, that is accurate. E-adjectives number one. There's going to be more than one video about e-adjectives because they're important. There's two kinds of adjectives. I'm pretty sure that there's only one kind of adjective in English. For example, if we say the old typewriter, old is the adjective, we're describing a noun. And if we wanted to say that it's old and musty, the old musty typewriter. We need to put a comma between old and musty. That shows you that old and musty are both adjectives. Now if you notice, we could say something like my old musty typewriter. We don't need a comma between my and old because my is not an adjective. My is actually what's known as a possessive determiner. Some people call them possessive pronouns, but then, that's actually could also be mine. So a little bit on the shaky side. It's actually what's known as a determiner, at least from what I've studied. I'm sure that linguists everywhere are having their head explode. Anyway, that's why we don't use a comma between my fat dog, but we do say in my big fat dog. In Japanese, we have two kinds of adjectives. So take the amount of adjectives that we have in English and add one. Or the amount of kinds of adjectives we have in English and add one. We have e-adjectives, which operate sort of like verbs. Once again, I want to emphasize that e-adjectives somewhat operate like verbs. When we start learning casual form speech, you're going to notice that we just end sentences in adjectives. Oishii, and it's an entire sentence. Non-adjectives, on the other hand, operate very similarly to nouns. They get their name because they end in a na. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. E-adjectives get their name because they end in an e. Okay, so e-adjectives ended in e, na-adjectives ended in na. That's where they get their name from. E-adjectives end in e. This is always true unless they're found in their past tense form. So yes, you can conjugate e-adjectives. I mean, imagine if the word big was past tense. Your mind's exploding. It was big. No, it was is past tense. Big is still big. So examples of e-adjectives: oishii, mazui. Oishii means tasty. Mazui means not so good, taste-wise. E means good. It's fine. It's nice. Tsumaranai means boring. Oki, big. E-adjective placement. There's a picture of a poopy. Actually, that's a... Oh, what was it? Oh, that dog's name. I think we gave him an inappropriate name. He was nice. My mom breeds dogs a little bit. As I said earlier, e-adjectives operate like verbs. They can appear in front of nouns or at the end of sentences. There's too much room at the bottom of the page, so here's a dog. Just threw a picture of a dog there for no reason. E-adjectives before nouns. The first noun here is inu, which means dog. Adjectives: kawaii means cute. Kawaii inu ga imasu. Imasu is the verb to mean exists / there is something. Ga shows us what exists, what verbs. Inu exists, inu verbs, the dog verb. So a cute dog exists. Kawaii modifies inu. Kawaii inu ga imasu. A cute dog exists. There is a cute dog is another translation. Notice how the e-adjective immediately precedes the thing it modifies. It's almost like they're one word. Kawaii inu is almost one word. Kawaii inu is almost one word because it's a noun phrase. It's a noun phrase. A cute dog eats grass. We can't, even though it's three words, a cute dog, it feels like it's one thing. Okay, so e-adjectives at the end of sentences. Once again, inu is dog, kawaii is cute. So, inu ga kawaii desu. The dog is cute. Notice that inu is the subject. Wa could also work here. Wa gives it the flavor of new info. Notice that we end the sentence with des, which is just the word for is. And the adjective and the subject noun are clearly separate. So the adjective, which is kawaii, is separated by the subject with the ga particle. So inu is the thing that is. What is it? It's kawaii. Inu ga kawaii desu. Somebody's beeping their horn outside like a nincompoop. Warning! When an e-adjective ends a sentence like this, generally we only use des. We can't really say inu ga kawaii tabemasu. They're still beeping that horn. Because you can't eat cute. I mean, I guess you can try, but it would just be ludicrous. Hey man, you got any cute I can eat? Then it'd be a noun, it wouldn't be an adjective. So inu ga kawaii desu. We can only really use what's called a linking verb at the end of such sentences. E-adjectives end in E. However, not all adjectives that end in E are E-adjectives. There's a few screwballs that screw the entire thing up. For example, kirei means pretty. However, it's actually a na adjective. Kirei na hito. Kyodai is giant. Kyodai na. Kirai, things that you hate. Kirai na. There's also ski na hito. Many, but ski ends in a ki, not really an E. Hopefully you noticed that there are a few others that end in E that are not adjectives. So just be aware, not all E ending adjectives are E adjectives. E adjectives, there's an odd one. We have an odd E adjective. Before we finish up, there's only one odd E adjective that must be mentioned. Sorry, there's not, I misread that. It's not only one. There might be more than one, but just a very common one that is very strange is E, as in the E and the E follow together, E, which means good, nice, pleasant, fine. It's things like that. This E adjective can also be written yoi and read as yoi. In fact, I think it used to only be yoi, but then that became annoying to say, so it probably slowly turned into I. Yoi, 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 I. So when we conjugate E, we conjugate yoi instead of E. We're going to talk about conjugating verbs in the next E adjective video, which will be conveniently labeled E adjectives number 2. That's about it for E adjectives for now. Check out evanseasyjapanese.com. Donations are more than welcome. In fact, they're so welcome that they're begged for by this hairy, bald man who teaches you Japanese via the interwebs. A series of tubes. Thanks, have a great day. Peace, yo fikawa on dog.